focus in global employability. So our graduates are graduating from the Careers First University, and our focus is on global graduate employability, not only ensuring that our students get a great degree, but also they've got the skills and the partnerships and the networks and the experience and the competencies to thrive and flourish in their careers. So number one, it's about global graduate employability, and we work with many industry partners to secure that global employability. For example, Siemens, who are here today. Secondly, it's about the connection between academe and industry to advance innovations. So today it's all around sustainable innovation. Again, for example, it's our sugarcrete innovation that has been developed, created, invented at the University of East London and is being put into practice with industry partners here in India. And thirdly, it's about academic partnerships. So working very much in partnership with a variety of Indian academic institutions. For example, one notable partnership is the B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, where we provide Turing Scheme placements. And these placements enable Tamil Nadu students to experience the UK's work culture while enhancing their skills in high-demand industries, again, preparing them for global careers. So global employability, academic partnerships, and putting innovation into practice.
Professor Tan, I'm the Dean of the School of Architecture, Computing and Engineering. I'm also the Vice Provost for Technology. So all the environmental sustainability related research mostly would be have done in my school, what we call School of ACE. So sugar crates, basically we use the sugarcane waste fibers to make construction materials. Like the gentleman, Mr. Suna has actually introduced early on, we invented this, this research, this product, and it was nominated for the Institute Prize, which Prince William, the Prince of Wales, chaired that scheme, and we were the finalists, shortlisted. And so, as was mentioned early on, we have done the research, we have the knowledge, we want to really transfer the technology to make it useful to benefit the society. And India, we found the best partner here in India because we already have a lot of contact with India, we have a lot of students, and we have staff like Dr. Hassan Bey, who was originally from India as well. So we already have that strong link. So once we have that published, then very quickly that information was picked up.
Material that has 5 times less carbon in it than concrete bricks. It is 10 times more insulating than usual bricks and is half the weight of usual bricks. And that's what is being actually used to build new construction, including a school here in India.
We continue to do more on that, to do more tests to make sure it's absolutely standard, high quality. In fact, I must add to say, His Majesty the King Charles III, actually came to visit the University of East London last year, and he particularly was interested in sustainability. So he saw the sugar crate, and he was very complimentary. I had the pleasure of introducing sugar crate to His Majesty, and he was very keen to asking questions. And so, thank you.
What is the role of AI in sustainability solutions? What is the role of AI?
Artificial intelligence.
Oh, AI, sorry, yes, please, you take that one.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Artificial intelligence today is empowering us with a lot of data that we can quickly access, process, and analyze. a lot of information is available out there in terms of how we make use of energy in our day-to-day chores, whatever we carry out, or maybe look at things where we are generating energy as well. So, for example, if you're talking about renewable energy technologies like solar energy or wind energy technologies, a lot of predictability needs to happen, wherein AI can really help us, plan, what kind of loading conditions need to be there, how the generation is going to happen, perhaps on the next day. So all this predictive modeling can be very useful through AI. Again, the data can be very useful for managing our day-to-day behavior as well. So, for example, if there is an AI assistant or a bot that is associated with you as an individual, which tries to manage, in the best way possible, the energy use that you personally would have. So things like that can really change the overall system of how we generate energy, consume energy, and manage our energy efficiently.
One example of that is we've applied generative AI into excuse me, the Sustainability Living Lab, and that means that we're now able to predict and forecast different energy consumption and how to actually evolve our range of energy provision on university campuses.
Ma'am, my question is academics based. See, from your perspective or from the perspective of the students, what are the initiatives the university is initiating to mobilize the inflow? That's one part. Second part is, in case a student who's already been doing a course with you, he wants to grow further up, maybe post-graduation. So what are the initiatives? And thirdly, if the students, after completion of their academics, would like to pursue some business-oriented entrepreneurial activities. So what's your take? I would like you to answer these three
Fantastic set of questions. Thank you so much for them. So first of all, you're absolutely right. The next generation is passionate about sustainability. They are wanting to mobilise and enact real change. So that's really important. We're giving them the tools to enable them to do that, whether that's locally as part of their social networks, for example through our community garden even, or whether it's actually being able to access the research data and play in these sandpits of research and innovation. And of course it's also because sustainability skills are embedded into the curriculum. In terms of advanced postgraduate practice and indeed beyond that into postgraduate research, we have a lot of amazing sustainability related programs. Just as one example, I know David will want to give lots more, but one example, we've got the Siemens MSc Smart Cities, which is such a powerful provision co-created with industry to really drive urban sustainability for the future. And thirdly, on the enterprise, we embed entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship into the curriculum, so much so that our students have the skills to be able to start up their own businesses. I mentioned earlier, University of East London is 4th in the UK as a whole for the number of annual graduate startups. And indeed, we have a huge number of startups that are not only still in existence 3 years later, but are growing on huge acceleration and growth. So just annually, the value of our graduate startups are in excess of £6 million. So amazing incubation and acceleration, particularly for green startups.
As a corollary question, there is a general global tendency at large amid student community to resort to the use of ChatGPT. Even it's going to be a project submission or whatever it is, they tend to access information and then reproduce it, reflect it. Say, how does an academician be in a position to evaluate under such circumstances?
Great question.
That's very, very important, very good question. ChatGPT and LLM, artificial intelligence in general, is out there. And we as a University of East London, we are the first ones to embrace it, to embrace the technology. We are not, well, to be honest, in the very beginning, there were quite a number of universities throughout the world they were a little hesitating. What are we going to do? For example, students are going to use ChatGPT or any other LLM to do the coursework, and then the people were worried. No, actually, that's not right, because ChatGPT, in fact, I would not like to use the word intelligence. It is better to say it's actually a huge memory reservoir of the existing knowledge that is already created. And so that is much more advanced than any individual human. We were even joking say even Albert Einstein wouldn't have that brain, which is true. So you only use your fingertip, you can retrieve the knowledge. But in the end, human brains are the real intelligence, are the real behind all the innovation, creativity. That's what we want our students to be having the innovation, creativity. We say our staff, if the students just learn from online, from YouTube, from ChatGPT, from LLM, and also they do that, also learn from us, there must be a huge difference. If they are the same, that means we have failed as academics. So we must prevent that. So what we have to do as academics is not just University of East London, it's everywhere, is that we need to change our way of assessing students. Now, you cannot just say, describe this process, describe that process, how do you do this, how do you do that? Because to be fair, that can be retrieved from LLM AI quite easily. You need to say, how do you critically analyze? Why did you do that? We even ask the students, look, this is the examination question you're going to have. This is the ChatGPT or Copilot's answer. So tell me, is that answer right? If it is right, why? Can you improve? If it is wrong, why? What is your answer? So that's the way we will assess. But of course, there are still memories as well. If you study law, if you study medicine, you have to memorize something. In which case, that kind of assessment is done in the examination, not in the kind of portfolio and coursework or project. So we implement a kind of collaboration, coursework, teamwork, that's the emphasis.
So do you have any collaboration with the government of local governments? In addition to the corporates, with collaboration for sustainable solutions.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Yes, thank you. So I mentioned a little earlier about the Careers First strategy of the University of East London. We work really closely with industry, with local, regional, and indeed with national governments, both in the UK and indeed in India. For example, in the UK, our home borough, the London Borough of Newham Council, we work across the range of public services in health, in skills and talent development, all the way across to housing and the environment, etc. For example, you might want to pick up the Sure Start skills with Newham Council in just a moment. In Tamil-Nadu, we also work with the regional government. For example, most recently, we brought a group of international students, including our Indian students, to here to work through a series of hackathons with six different industry partners to really think about how we innovate in the sustainability space. And just going back to ChatGPT-4 and AI more generally, are we really going to get to a greener, healthier, fairer world by memory alone? Or is it memory plus innovation and creativity that's going to advance us?